Quick question from a therapist. When was the last time you celebrated the little things? Not the big things, but the little things. Do you find it easy or hard? Let's talk about it. Come on in, take a sit. The therapist is in. And while you are here, head on over to our channel. Press the subscribe button for more.
I don't think you get celebrated enough.
Hey y'all,
You should be celebrated
welcome to
for every
today's
aspect
session.
of your growth.
Today,
and
I
your
want
brain.
us to talk about something that could
You should be
truly
celebrated
transform
for
your
creativity, for
mindset
your
and boost your
fearlessness,
motivation.
for your persistence
And that is
determination.
celebrating the small wins in
You should be
life.
celebrated for
Too
all the effort
often,
that
we
you put
wait
into
for
building
big,
your future,
life-changing moments
for being
before we
different,
allow ourselves to
for
feel
not being
proud
given
or
enough
happy.
credit.
But the truth
you're
is, the little steps, the small victories, are just as important, sometimes even more. Today, we'll talk about why acknowledging these small matters, how we refrain from mindsets, and some practical ways to start appreciating your progress, no matter how small. Let's get into it. Part 1. Why we ignore small wins. You have achieved something small, like waking up earlier, drinking more water, or finally tackling a task you've been putting off, but immediately dismissed it like it was no big deal. If that sounds like you are not alone. Society conditions us to celebrate the big moments, graduations, promotions, weight loss milestones, engagements. But rarely do we hear people celebrating the fact that they woke up on time for a full week and finally set boundaries for difficult relationships. From a psychological standpoint, our brains are naturally wired to look for big milestones because they come with a rush of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. We all know about that one. But here's the thing. If we only chase major achievements, we end up feeling stuck, unmotivated, and like we're not making progress. Part 2. The power of small wins in mental health. Let's talk about why small wins are so powerful, especially when it comes to mental health. Small wins build confidence. When you acknowledge small wins, you build self-trust. You start to believe in your ability to follow through on your goals, even in small ways. They create momentum. Imagine pushing a stalled car. At first, it feels impossible. But once it starts moving, it feels a bit easier. The same applies to personal growth. Each small win fuels the next one. They shift your mindset from failure to progress. Many people feel like they weren't there yet in life. But what if you started measuring your progress based on where you started rather than where you should be? Something to think about. Part 3. How to start recognizing small wins. Now that we understand why small wins matter, let's get practical. Here are some few simple methods to start celebrating yourself. Number 1, keep a small wins journal. Now, if you have been following this channel, then you know that I made a few videos before this one about journaling and vision boards. So this is also something that you could journal about. Keep a small wins journal. At the end of each day, write down one thing you did well, no matter how small. It rewires your brain to notice progress.
I don't know
Say
why
it
this
soundly.
shit got me lazy.
Verbalizing your
Right now,
wins,
really
even if
can't
it's
do
just saying
Percocets
I'm
in
proud
my
of myself for
leg.
doing that,
I'm turning one and
reinforces
trying to
positive
live it
thinking.
up.
Reward yourself intentionally. Rewards don't have to be big. It can be a break, a treat, or simply allowing yourself to feel good about what you accomplished, being in that moment. Use positive self-talk. Instead of saying, it's not a big deal, say, this step mattered. The language you use shapes your mindset. Share with a trusted person. Tell a friend or loved one about your small wins. Supportive people who remind you every step is important. Part 4. Real life examples of small wins. Let's put this into
I don't think you
perspective.
get celebrated
Here
enough.
are a few examples of
You should be
small wins that
celebrated
truly
for every
matter.
aspect of your growth
Getting out of
and
bed
your
on a
growth.
tough day. That is resilience. Saying no when you needed to. That is setting boundaries. Taking a deep breath instead of reacting negatively. That is emotional growth. Applying for a job even if you're scared. That is courage. See, these are things we often overlook, but here is proof that you are growing. Part 5. The challenge. Celebrating your own wins. Now, I have a challenge for you. Take a moment right now, right this second, to think of one thing you've done this week that deserves recognition. Write it in the comments below or just say it to yourself. But I prefer you to write in the comments below because I want to know. I want to know. The more you practice acknowledging your wins, the more natural it becomes. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the big moments to feel happy. It's about appreciating the journey step by step. Lastly, I hope this video helped to shift your perspective or progress. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with someone who needs to hear it because we all need to learn how to celebrate our small wins. You're doing better than you think, and every step forward counts. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Love you. Bye.